Rainy conditions moving through our area tonight, and that rain is getting heavier through the late night hours and overnight as well. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team, and you can see what's going on out there right now as we have been tracking this rain moving through our area during the evening hours. And every time we come on at the top of every hour, we're seeing more and more of that rain that continues to push through. And at times, that rain is moderate to heavy as it continues to move through our area. I want to show this to you full screen right now so you can see those areas that we're watching. The yellow that you see there, that's indicating the more moderate rain as it moves on through. And then the green shows the more lighter rain through our area. There are a couple of spots here with some orange indicating where we have more of the moderate rain pushing through. We're not seeing any red, which is heavy rain over us. This system, again, has those pockets of moderate rain, and every once in a while, maybe a little bit of heavy rain coming through. But this is just a good soaking rain that is moving through our area tonight. It'll be with us overnight too. In the morning, maybe a couple of breaks before additional rounds of heavy rain will be moving through during the day tomorrow and even into the evening hours and overnight tomorrow too. You can see the motion that we're watching. The individual cells with these showers are pretty much moving to the north and east, but the entire system is pushing over to the east. And you can see how in Atlanta, we've been filling in with more of that rain. It started off with some breaks with some mist and drizzle earlier, and then we saw a little band of moderate rain push through earlier, then a little break, and now more generally light rain over us. Look over to the west and you see a little bit more of the yellow color there over in parts of Carroll County, Polk County, moving into Douglas County, some of that pushing into South Fulton County. And look up at Paulding County around Dallas, more of the moderate rain closer to the Dallas area. As we move on up toward the north and to the east just a little bit, still covering much of northwest Georgia and north central Georgia, moving up into Canton there in parts of Cherokee County, coming out of Bartow County, some of that moderate rain, extending up into Pickens County, Dawson County. That will move on up to the north as well into areas of Lumpkin County with that more moderate rain pushing through too. Here we are in live mode. Let's get a closer look at some of those areas of that more moderate rain. From Carroll County to Fairplay, some of this in western Coweta County just to the west of Noonan. We also have here in Atlanta mainly light rain, but the more moderate rain is just out to the west. That's still going to be feeding through the metro area through the late night hours and also overnight. We also see this with some of the oranges there that I mentioned in parts of Cherokee County, right along 575 and just west of 575. The orange color indicating that more moderate rain north of Canton here in the northern parts of Cherokee County, moving into Pickens, Dawson County, and also up into those areas of Lumpkin County too. And this motion is going to continue for the rest of the nighttime hours, keeping us pretty soggy. And there's a lot more of that rain that's out to the west too. You see this back into Alabama, even extending over into parts of Mississippi too. Nothing severe with this. We don't have any thunder and lightning. Earlier, we had a couple of those cells in Alabama that had some thunder and lightning with it. But really, this is just, as I mentioned, a good soaking rain. Now, here's a look at the leading edge of some of this in Alabama that does have more heavy rain with it. This has just moved through Montgomery, pretty much riding right along 85 here near Auburn. That's going to stretch on up to the north, getting closer to Columbus and into the LaGrange area. But the trend has been that these heavier showers that have been in Alabama have been weakening somewhat as they've been moving in a little bit closer to us. So we have this weather impact alert for our area tonight and through the day tomorrow. And the reason we have this weather impact alert, this is impactful heavy rain moving through, and we're going to see periods of heavy rain moving through from Alabama through North Georgia and into the metro Atlanta area, also on the south side too. And those rounds of heavy rain will have the potential to cause some flooding in some flood-prone low-lying areas. So what you need to watch is that flood watch that we were telling you about yesterday has been expanded to include more counties to the south and also to the east of the metro area. So the low-lying areas, the flood-prone areas need to watch for water collecting there. Are near creeks, streams, and rivers. We may see some of those levels rising that could cause some flooding. And of course, on the roadways. We can see some ponding developing there on those roadways. Here is a look at that flood watch. If you recall yesterday when this was issued, it covered areas mainly north of I-20 and north of the I-85 corridor. Today, the National Weather Service expanded that to include more counties on the south side. So now it extends south of I-20, going as far south as parts of Troup County, Meriwether County, Pike County, Spalding County, Henry County. There's Rockdale and Newton. We have Walton County, Barrow County, Jackson and Banks, and then moving on up into White County and to parts of Towns and Union counties there. All of those green colors that you see on the map with those counties, that's where we have this flood watch that's in effect through Thursday morning. It is in these areas that we can see some rainfall amounts that are up from 3 to 5+ inches. So it's this rainy setup that we have for the weather impact alert for tonight and into Wednesday. The reason we have this in effect for the impacts there are the rounds of heavy rain, and what you need to do is be aware of this heavy rain coming in, knowing that it could cause some flooding in some spots. Now again, I don't think it's going to be widespread where everybody's going to be underwater, but there may be some of those flood-prone areas that do see that water collecting. You need to be careful on the roads as well. We can see some ponding on the roadways that would cause some hydroplaning, as well as those areas on the roads that seem to be more like the ones that flood first. That could be possible here during the day tomorrow too. Here's a live look. This is in downtown Atlanta. This is our tower cam at Georgia Tech, and you can see here as the raindrops hit the lens or the cover there of this camera, you can see how it kind of diffuses the light a little bit. You can't see the tops of the buildings because of the low clouds, but you can see here that rain that is coming down in the city. Here is a look in Athens over to the east of us. We're looking south from downtown toward North Campus. And you can see on Broad Street the roads are wet here. There's the arch right there. And then again, all the grassy areas there on North Campus with the clouds and the rain coming down east of Atlanta too. The other thing we're watching, not only is the rain going to be impactful, but these temperatures have been cold today. We've been pretty much holding in the 40s through the afternoon hours. Our high today was 52 degrees, but that was just after midnight. And we've been in the 40s pretty much through the morning hours and into the afternoon. We're in the 40s out there right now. And it's that wedge of cooler air. You see that here, that blue color coming out of the north and east. But then look at LaGrange where it's 50 degrees compared to 40 here, 42 in Peachtree City. And then on up the road in Duluth, it's 39, 36 in Gainesville, and 34 in Clayton. This wedge, again, the northeast flow, shallow layer of cool air at the surface. If this holds through the day tomorrow, which we're thinking it's going to take a while before the warm air to be able to overtake this, this will help keep our air a little more stable so that when we see additional waves of rain coming in from Alabama, some of those containing some storms, as those storms move into this cooler and more stable air, they will weaken a little bit. But that's going to be the tricky part about tomorrow's forecast. Let's look at these temperatures for tomorrow here. This goes into 7 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. Lower 40s here, 50s in LaGrange, 30s to the north and east of us. Through the day, we think this wedge is going to hold pretty strong. Now, you can see by the afternoon, this model is showing highs around 48 degrees. I think it may get to 52, but then look at 60 in Coweta County, or down closer to Peachtree City there, 71 in LaGrange, and 70 in Thomaston compared to 42 in Duluth, 41 in Gainesville, and 43 in the Canton area. So, some models are thinking this wedge may scour out. And we've seen ranges in the models for high temperatures tomorrow anywhere from the mid-40s to the upper 60s. That's how the models have such a hard time in this wedge. With our experience here, we know that oftentimes with a wedge that's this strong, it's going to take a while for that to scour out. So I'm going with this model thinking it's going to stay on the cooler side tomorrow, but in these areas where we see those temperatures in the 70s, that's where we have to watch for that potential for some unstable air to move in here. So you can see us tomorrow generally there in the 50s. We're going to have the rainy conditions, but look at the Storm Prediction Center. I'm not totally going with this. I'm thinking the Storm Prediction Center is being a little aggressive with this level 2 risk extending all the way into Atlanta. That could happen if the wedge scours out and we see the warmer, more unstable air moving in here. But if this wedge holds, we wouldn't see a level 2 risk here in our area. So I'm really going to be interested in seeing how or if the Storm Prediction Center kind of maybe takes this level 2 away or pushes it more over to the south and west of us. And I really don't think the level 1 risk will extend as far to the north and east too. So just wanted to show you that to let you know there is a chance tomorrow with some of the storms coming in from Alabama that some could hold together with some strength to give us some isolated stronger storms, but I really think that would be south and west of the city. So here we go tonight. You see these bands of heavier rain moving through right now, moderate to heavy rain. By 3 o'clock in the morning, the heaviest stuff is going to be just to the east of us, but still some light showers around. Early in the morning, I'm thinking your drive into work is going to be wet, but we may have some breaks in the rain actually falling from the sky. Maybe some mist and drizzle around there. But through the mid-morning hours to around lunchtime, here we go again. Additional rounds of rain coming through. These could be moderate to heavy at times. That'll be with us through the afternoon hours. Late afternoon, that moves out. But we're still not finished with the rain. We have other bands that'll move through during the evening hours on Wednesday night. Any of these, if we get a southerly flow. Okay, so you see the arrows here? This showing that wedge staying right here over northeast Georgia, but then just on the south side, that southerly flow trying to scour out that wedge. We may actually see temperatures going up a little bit during the evening hours and overnight tomorrow. And so that's going to be the critical part as another band of rain moves through, if that will be able to generate some instability there with any storms to turn severe. By Thursday at 3 in the morning, heavier rain to the south and east of us. And then Thursday morning at 7, the back edge of the rain is pretty much through here. We'll have cloudy skies here. Those clouds are going to be slow to break. I do think they'll thin out during the day to give us a little more sunshine that could be coming through. And then on Thursday afternoon, northerly flow comes in here, will dry out, and then that leads us into Friday when we see in the morning hours on Friday, temperatures back to the 30s. It's going to be a chilly start. Afternoon highs on Valentine's Day look like they are going to be holding generally there in the 50s. So Valentine's Day is actually looking pretty nice, but I do think that we will still have that cooler air that's going to be in our area on your Valentine's Day. And then as we head into the weekend, we're going to have to watch for some additional showers and the potential for storms Saturday night and also into Sunday as we see another system that's going to be coming in impacting your weekend. Here's a look at the rain chances. We are going to see rain chances highest on Wednesday at 90%. Thursday morning, that goes down to about a 30% chance for showers, and then we're going to dry out during the day. Friday stays dry. Rain chances ramping back up to 40% Saturday, 60% chance on Sunday. And again, late Saturday into early Sunday, we'll be watching for the potential that maybe a couple of those showers could turn strong. Let's take a look at these rainfall amounts. The models are not in total agreement. The American model is showing 2 to 3 inches here in Atlanta, about 1 to 2 inches on the south side, and then we have 3 to 4 to 5 inches of rain on the north side. The European model is thinking Atlanta would have 4 to 5 inches. Slightly lighter amounts to the south, and then heavier amounts to the north, like 5 to 6 inches in some parts to the north. So that just goes to show you it depends on how much of that heavy rain comes in and if it's going to train over the same areas, giving some of those higher rainfall amounts. Morning lows, 42 Wednesday, 53 Thursday, 36 on Friday, and then moderating again into the weekend. And then look at these afternoon highs, 53 for a high on Wednesday. That's if that wedge scours out a bit. 63 Thursday, 50s on Friday, back to the 60s on Saturday and Sunday. So the weather impact alert in effect still here through Wednesday. Then we'll see Thursday a 30% chance for some showers around. On Friday, it looks like it'll be turning mostly sunny heading into your Valentine's Day. Then on Saturday as well as on Sunday, we will be dealing with another round of rain and the potential for storms Saturday night into Sunday. And then look what happens on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to see colder air Monday, a low of 29 and a high of 49. Tuesday, partly cloudy with a low of 31 and a high of 54. We'll have more for you tonight at 11 on 11 Alive News. And then during the day tomorrow, more extended weather updates right here on 11 Alive Plus.